All right, now go for it.
Carrie,
We're not doing this
just
Facebook
a
Live, are
question.
we? I'm just kidding.
The PowerPoint to set up your campaigns, is that somewhere available?
The PowerPoint to set up your campaigns. Carrie, you got it?
If not, it will be available after this. So let me just start with that. I don't think it is. Well,
I don't think it's been put out
PowerPoint.
there for the agents, if that's what you're asking. You want us to get it? Is that what you're saying? Or
Yeah, we'll just need to share it somewhere. Everyone see my screen?
Yep.
yes.
Yes.
So here's what I have. I have used Market Leader almost exclusively for the last 13 months. I've got several deals directly from it where people have actually replied to my email saying, hey, come list my house. But it's super simple to get your people in here. Create a contact, just go to so when you log into Market Leader, you can do it one of two ways. So if you log into your MyKW, you click View Contacts, it'll automatically kick you to Market Leader. And when it does, here's all your contacts. I've gone through, it took me a while, and initially I was putting a goal of I'm going to put like 50 in a week. And I've added these people to these things. And so I hand keyed all these people. So like if you look at this one, there is not a lot of details. All I have is a name and an email. I don't have a phone number or anything. But any little bit will help. But if you look, I added him to campaigns in November. November 7th, I started sending him emails. He opened the first one in November. Nothing. March, April. So it is the long game to try to keep these people relevant. I run in before all social distancing. About once a week or so, I'd run into someone at Walmart, at Sam's or whatever going, hey, I've been getting your emails. One of the funny stories is, man, you keep sending me these dang emails, but they didn't unsubscribe. So they might have complained a little bit, but not enough to unsubscribe. So being relevant and in their face, like he opened, what is that? 3 emails in a month right here. So that's 3 touches on this person that I didn't have to pick up, call, or bother. But now he knows. Now this is super passive and it's a long game. But that's just something I do. So on marketing, so once you get to your contacts.
Hey, Will.
Yep.
Just a question. You know, I recently got several hundred of mine in. And what I feel bad about, I don't feel totally good about it, is I haven't gone through them individually and marked them as a buyer or a lead or a past client, or, you know, did you just put everyone as a buyer unless you knew they were a seller, or do you even mess with that?
I didn't even touch it.
Okay.
I just got them in and got them emails.
Okay.
So
I mean, look, all he
they'll
says
go in
is,
as a new lead at that point, and then you can change them later.
yeah, I mean, so like they're all cold.
Okay.
Right. I don't know how some of them got to be warm.
Okay.
But like Judith Bruner, she just unsubscribed. So I've been sending her emails since October as well, and she opened a bunch of them. But then on the 2 days ago, she unsubscribed. So it happens.
Well, and the key is, I think what you said a few minutes ago, Will, is really important, that this is the long game. And we had someone that's been on there for a while, and they emailed us very nice. Craig did a really good job emailing them back, you know, congratulating them, but they bought a house, moved in, and they wanted to be taken off.
He bought 2 houses since he was on the campaign.
So what tells us something there? We have neglected following up, and that's
Yep.
not something we're going to do now. We're getting on here and watching. You can't just put someone in here like we had the other day when we gave these leads to someone else. It would be interesting to see what had happened with him, you know, on his follow-up. And we just got this late yesterday, but Will is extremely, and what he's saying here is important. When you're working internet leads, and we're going to be working more internet leads now than ever before because of what's happening.
And so
Go ahead.
these people are different. I know this is my sphere. They might not be close sphere, but like I used to work with Jason, this top one. You know, Scott Seals, I used to work with him. I used to work with Anthony. So these are people I used to work with. They might not think of me initially as a realtor, but if I keep in front of them enough, they will. These are, you know,
They're your A plus. They would know you if you said your name. That's all.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's my thing. So like Siva, I don't know who Siva is. Maybe if I saw a photo, I'd recognize him. But you know what? He's reading my emails, so that's all that matters.
What's
And he hasn't
funny is
voted
I
me up
actually
now.
know Siva.
Hmm?
Well, that was the only one I recognized was Siva.
Oh, it
Yeah.
must be one of your associates.
That's funny.
But anyway, so it's super simple. Get them in here, and then marketing, and so there's a PowerPoint that shows you how to step by step how to go through and do this stuff. But like manage campaigns, I have 3 running right now. I have a monthly newsletter. Everyone gets the monthly newsletter. And then 13 months ago, I did 12 Happy Healthy Home. And then starting last month, so that was 12 months campaign. I moved everyone from there into the 12 direct Did You Know? So it's a continuation, so I can keep them on a multiples there.
So wait a minute, I have a question. You've got the 12 direct that you did 12 months ago, and there's 631, and then you said I moved everyone, but that only shows
So
342.
when Happy Healthy Home expires,
Okay, then the
they
other
go
people
into
will
Did
move
You
in
Know?
there. Okay, all right.
Just to keep them on a twice a month. My goal is to have them twice a month to have contacts. And so last spring, I did a big group to get 300 of my contacts into emails.
Oh, and this says that if after Happy Healthy Home, they go to next campaign is Did You Know? So you don't have them on these campaigns necessarily concurrent.
Correct.
They
And when
are
one
somewhat,
expires,
so that they're not getting, if they're on 5 campaigns, they're not getting 5 emails a month necessarily.
on the conference.
Okay,
We'll just leave it there. It's fine. Forget it.
nice.
So that's kind of what I've done. When the Happy Healthy Home got close to expiring, it actually alerted me to say, hey, this one's expiring. So I went in and found my next one to go put it on.
Okay.
Performance wise, my newsletter.
So show them where you click to go there, Will, so they know what they're looking at.
So marketing campaign, over here on the right hand side, there's performance. Performance. I joined KW in October. I didn't send my first newsletter until March of 19.
Hey, Will, where is this screen where you can see all these little pie things?
Performance.
It's under, oh, maybe our faces are
Okay, so
in.
here,
Oh,
performance. And then so my first, and here's what I suggest. Your first month, send it to you and a couple of friends just to make sure, and you need to be on these so that you understand what is being sent out. I didn't initially do that. So I was playing around with it and I sent out about a dozen. And then I started getting calls on it. I had no clue what I was talking about because I didn't know what I was doing. So I am on all these campaigns so that when they get them, I get them, just so that I'm aware of what's going out. Also, check to make sure that, the information is correct. So when you send it out initially, do that. So my first month I sent 18 out. A third of them opened it. And one friend unfriended me.
Hurt
that's
your
okay.
feelings, didn't it?
It's a little personal when the guy comes over to have barbecue, boats you off the island. So he got a phone call about that one. Other than that, I just let water roll off the duck's back. I don't care. If you unsubscribe, you unsubscribe. So you can see, like, March of last year I sent 18. April I sent 91. May 235. June looked like a bunch of people voted me off the island, so down to 224. And you can see, and then I did a big push last fall to get it back up to 600. And it kind of fluctuates where people vote off or I add more people.
The thing
But
about
I'm
it is,
seeing-
though, with more people and getting 25% of 630 or 30% of 200,
Mhm.
you've got a whole lot better. The percentage is there, but it's of a lot more people.
Yep. And so that's what I'm sending out. The performance on these, I think it was a little better. So these newsletters, we're still in the 20s. But you can see that up to 744, we've got the first one. And it goes down because people aren't to step 10 or 11 or whatever. But this will be sending like 631. So this is what I've been doing. It is a long game.
Well, it is a long game, but you said a year, and how many leads do you feel like you have not just gotten, but how many of you closed out of this year just off of this sphere?
3 or 4 probably.
Okay. That's 3 or 4 you wouldn't have had, and once you get this set up, it's moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it's no effort.
Yes. And that 3 or 4 has probably been over $1 million in production.
Probably.
Yeah, because they're a little bit bigger houses,
Mhm.
and your average commission, if you've got 3 or 4, you probably made $30,000 easy off of that in gross commissions.
I mean, adding these people takes some time. You'll get into a rhythm. And I got to the point where I could add someone in probably less, 30 seconds. I could add a person. But it's, muscle memory and easy to do once you get in a rhythm. So, but I probably have 30 or 40 hours invested in keying these people in.
And $30,000 or $40,000, 30,000, 30 hours, I'd say that's pretty good return on your investment.
It is.
Yes. Yes. Okay, has anybody got any questions for Will? Will, is there anything else on here that you feel like is pertinent that you like to use on Market Leader?
No, I mean, it's been working. It's when I transitioned careers, this was a big part of making me be successful, and letting people know that I'm in this business.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, we appreciate you sharing this stuff with us.
Mhm.
Show everybody your homepage. I don't know, what is your URL that you use right now? Yeah.
HartSellsHomes.com.
Okay. There we go.
And all it is a mask for my KW Realty site. And so this is the Market Leader site. It's not great.
It's okay. It goes down. It's where they can search properties. He can go down there and hit admin, just like we showed y'all on this one. This is another way he could get into that. So, okay, that's good. All right, who wants to go next? Let's see. Who else was going to share? Jason, were you going to share today?
I don't really, I can. I don't really have anything much more than Will because I've just really started. One thing I did want to add to what Will was saying with some of those campaigns, you can go in and personalize it. You can leave it the way it is, and your random or your stuff that you set your website up with will be there. But I go in and I've personalized it, and I've added the Hagen Group KW logo
So why don't you
in
show us what
places.
you've done? They can't tell what you've done by telling us.
Okay, I'll go in. Let me
Thanks.
find that real quick.
And then Craig, you were going to go, and then I want Carrie to show y'all something today, which just happened. I want her to show you what she did, because you can do this too. What she did to set up campaigns in Command, because the first one we did, we got 0 leads on it. Craig, did you get on in time to hear us how many we've got overnight?
No, I did
14,
not.
14 leads with phone numbers
Wow.
overnight, y'all, since yesterday. I know. I mean, that's amazing.
Wow.
So we want to show you that too. Those, and they all have, I'm interested for you to start working on those, Craig, because I want to see what's going to happen with those phone numbers.
Right, right.
Okay, tell them what you're doing, Jason. You're twicking around here. Let's take it down to the first grade level. Can you hear us? Is he
He's
muted?
on mute.
You're muted, Jason.
I unmuted you. You're done. Why are you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. In marketing, under manage campaigns or marketing center, you can create these templates, or they have templates, and you can create them on your own. I actually went into manage designs because I have several that I have already created.
So
We'll
go
take
back and
this one.
show them how you got there first, Jason, because they know nothing about Market Leader. Let's just assume that. All right.
So when you're in the home,
This is what happens when you first come
home
in,
screen.
guys. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is your home screen. And then I go to marketing up here at the top. And then you can choose marketing center. That's where your a lot of these templates will be. I've already pulled some over. So I'm gonna go to marketing design or designs. And I have over here my save designs. So I've pulled several over that I wanted to use on different social platforms. We'll take this one, for instance. I thought it was funny. I like Super Troopers. But I went in, created or added the logo here.
And that
Changed a
logo
few.
is in our box, guys. He's put that in there that he created. So it's got both of them. So we're with regulation 10.5.
Yes. I changed a little bit here because it doesn't add Hagen Group. I always want to make sure that I'm promoting Hagen Group. So I added that. Let me do this. Wrong one.
Tell us what you're thinking about doing.
Yeah, thank you, Craig.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Are you just gonna make a new design for us, like an example, or?
yeah, I was gonna make a new one. Email and marketing video, and then the price is right. I choose this one. So this is the template. I go over here to personalize. It allows me, it puts Keller Williams, my website address. We don't necessarily change, huh?
For you automatically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then this is the information that it brings in that I've loaded already.
Yeah.
So typically, I add Hagen Group, and I'm a little bit anal about my font because it's two different fonts when you type separately. So I go in and make it all one. You can actually take this out and then up here at the top, there's insert image. I've already loaded the image or downloaded it to Market Leader. So as you see, it pops up over here under uncategorized. And I've got this highlighted. I just click on it and then I make it bigger. Typically I do the same thing here because personally, I want to be branded both. I haven't used one where there was a red banner. And then, I mean, that's really all I do with it.
The other
And
thing
then-
that you guys, excuse me, Jason, are gonna have
okay.
to learn to put in there is in order for us to be compliant, we have to have an address or a phone number of our market center on there. And so somewhere on these things, you're gonna have to change that and put you might put cell and put office. Or you might put the address of the office on there, because very few people go to the address anyway. And I don't know what good it does. When you Google address, it comes up with 10 different agents. It doesn't come up with the principal broker. And that's what AREC is trying to get, is they're trying to get the public a place that they can find someone that's in charge if they have a complaint.
So that's what this number down here is. I think that's Fayetteville though.
Okay. All right, that's good then. If you've already, I didn't know what that number was. That's really good.
I think that's Fayetteville. And when you're setting everything up, make sure you go to your, let me get out of this.
I was trying to figure out the other day where, and I kind of found it in a roundabout way, and I think you're going there. Where do you put in all your pertinent poop so you don't have to change it? And I think you're going there, right?
Yep. So go to account and then my account, and all of your information is here. The pertinent information.
Let me chime something in here. So if you see the marketing website,
yeah.
on the right-hand side, it has to have https://. If you don't, on an Apple device, it will not unsubscribe.
It won't give you
Really?
the unsubscribe link.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to have the https://
I need to check mine then. I don't know if I did put that. I may have just put hagenteam.com. I'll go back and check that.
I had a mild panic attack back in like January,
Uh-huh.
and that's how I ended up fixing it.
Okay.
It's
So
some way
you
the
can-
Apple device reads it.
Yeah, and Will help me with that, or I'd have not known either. I'd have probably had a panic attack. Mine would have been bigger. But you can edit your information, some of the information, not all of it. If you need help with the way your website's set up. So mine, because I came over to Keller Williams individually, originally was Eason Group at KW Realty. I haven't changed my login, but I actually called them and they changed my website and eEdge email to this, because I don't really want people confused when I have Eason Group, but I'm promoting Hagen Group. And that's the name of my business, but it is what it is. So I actually called them. It took, I don't know, maybe an hour after I got off the phone call, and it was completed. Really easy, but everything else you can.
So Jason, what does that do? What is that changing? Tell.
It's just the URL. So this is the actual website to my market leader.
Okay. That's the one that says, ours says homes for sale in Rogers, da 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 da, which I hate
Right.
that long address. Yes.
So I also have jasoneason.realtor, but right now that one is directed to Command. And I had some issues with searchability for clients on Market Leader. I finally got that fixed.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Can a website like Hagen Team or jasoneason.com, can it be directed to more than one place? It can,
No.
can it?
Once you
Are you
direct
sure?
it to, you can direct it to one, but you have to do, Will or Jason, I don't know if it's called a daisy chain, but you can only direct it to one, but the next one you can direct to something, the one you direct it to then can be directed somewhere else, if that makes sense. So you can do multiple, but not by way of this. You'd have to do
So
it.
what I think she's asking is if I took my jasoneason.realtor, directed it to here and Command, but you can't do that. It has, because it's two separate websites, and it would get confused at which direction to actually go to.
I think you have to do it with your subscriber like GoDaddy or your host or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think they can do that so that it's going both places. So if you want
In
people
here,
to Command, yes.
Is everyone under, I'm just checking for clarity because I've talked to a few people over this week, and everyone I've talked to, seems to understand it. And I'm just talking about the lead stuff, but does everyone understand that? Has everyone signed into their market leader? Because there was a couple that I talked to didn't even know they had a market leader, which is great because now, what good news, now that you've got, know that you have this tool. Can everyone sign in, or has someone ever signed in?
I think he's talking to the new agents especially, but anyone out there. Is there anyone on here?
I'm really kind of lost with all this stuff. I'm lost.
So
but
did you sign in and send your lead that email?
I wrote down a little bit of the notes, but then I couldn't figure out how to get back in. So yeah, all of this stuff is really confusing to me.
Okay. Is there anyone else that it's confusing to?
I think I would learn better if I made one, because then it just I don't know, I just remember it better.
Yeah.
If I
Does
went through the
anyone,
process of
do
making
y'all know
one.
how to get into your account like Craig was asking?
Yeah, have you even
Yes.
signed in?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you go out to, I uploaded my market leader training stuff. If you go out to box, and it's in 2020 Hagen and then team systems, there's market leader training. And so the first step in this shows, so once you get to mykw.kw.com, the URL is top of the screen. It shows you how to get into your e-edge control panel. So that was step one.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let's let, Tanya, we're gonna let you try something here. Jason, let's stop sharing your screen and let Tanya share her screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to move so I can, oh, come on. There we go. Stop share. Okay, sorry.
That's okay. All right, now Tanya, on the very bottom of the screen, there's a green thing that says share screen.
Okay, my mouse is, I've been having problems with my computer because my mouse is frozen. It's it won't even move now.
Well, turn up the thermostat if your mouse is that cold.
No, I mean, I'm serious. I can see my little mouse. It won't move.
Okay, hey, let me tell you, okay, just use the mouse on your, have you got a desktop or what have you got?
I I have like a little weird cheap laptop.
Okay, we'll use the mouse on, oh, you don't have an extra mouse, external mouse. You're trying to use that mouse.
No. Here, hold on. Let me try to log out and log back in. That's the only thing I can think of to do because it's like nothing's working right now.
Okay, well, let's move on to someone else then. Jess, have you got it down? It's okay, Tanya. Come back in. We'll see you in a minute.
Yes. For
Okay.
the most part, yes.
Okay, Jen, do you?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else on here that's newer like that? I know Tiffany's got it. Madeline's got it. She's not new. I think that's pretty much. I know Asa has it. Okay, just for giggles, Jen, log into Market Leader for us. Can you do that on here? So go in, before you get to share screen, go into your Chrome or whatever you do and log into MyKW.
Okay, I'm trying to log in right now.
All right. Well, once you get to MyKW, then share your screen with us.
Okay.
You know what, guys? This is fun because this is how training is going to have to be for a while. And so you've got to learn, we've got to learn how to do this. Jason,
I know,
these
Jess,
your new agents. Huh. Look at you, Jenny. Woohoo! All right, you're in there. Good job.
that's awesome.
Good job.
So I'm here, and these are my contacts that I have put in. I don't know what I just did.
All right, show us. Okay, good. How do you go to marketing?
And then I guess or then I go here to pick a template.
Okay, or that's your campaigns. That would be if you're going to set them up on 10 days of pain or something like that. That's there. So,
Weekly newsletter, right?
So you can go to the email and video marketing right below it.
Right here.
on the left-hand side. Well,
On
you
the
can
left-hand
probably go
side,
there
right below.
too. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jason and Will, but you can get, I find I can get to the same place different ways. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all these designs are just pre-made, correct?
Okay, go on and just pick one. We don't care what you pick. Okay, now what are you going to do to make it yours?
Personalized.
Uh-huh. And then go down to the bottom. You can do all that other stuff later. Go down to the bottom. There you are.
Yeah.
And you probably don't, do you have that other logo already?
I don't have it on my laptop.
Okay, you can go get that later then with that. And you need to change the phone number down there and you need to go in and correct some of this. So do you know where to go in and correct this? Your personal information?
On my settings.
Nope, you got to go back in there. Nope, no. Go back in there.
So, they have, never mind. I'll wait till she's.
There you go.
To my account.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where I need to change everything.
Yes, and if you go down to the bottom even, if you click images, then that's going to save your, go down there. Well, you got to click images probably first. Here, my images.
Okay. I learned something.
Oh, I see.
I was doing it with every personalization. I didn't upload them like this.
Okay, wait a minute and go down to the bottom. Well, and here, well, you can do it here. No, here's fine. So you can upload your photo here if you want to. So if you've
Okay.
got your photo, you can upload it there. Then in one of these, you can upload what Jason made for us with the double images. And then you can just, I've got Hagen Group in one of mine. So whatever you want to do, but this is where you go to upload those images that you want on everything.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that first one is your profile image. So that's your silhouette or whatever that you have. And then the marketing. I think I just uploaded only the dual image in one of them. And then every time I need to add an image, I just pull it in. So you can add it there and then it's there for you all the time.
Or
Okay.
you can put whatever you want to in there. On that where Justin's saying it's your picture, it is for you guys. On our Hagen Group, you're going to see Hagen Group on there now, not my picture. It was my picture, but I changed that because y'all are using that website too. And so now it just has our Hagen Group logo in that profile picture.
Yeah, Marcella, we're in the process of, I'm just validating what you're saying because I spent probably 3 or 4 hours the other day changing all those names. Remember that prior person we had on the team. But Marcella's name isn't even on that any longer. It's the Hagen Group. And then of course it has her broker number and whatnot, but it's name neutral. So when you guys put your name, the signature on the top, it keeps it, more focused towards your communication with them, but through Marcella's account, if that makes sense. I thought that was cool. Marcella said, hey, let's just take Marcella off and put the Hagen Group, with all the, certifications she has. So it's nice.
Well, it does have my name on the email though. Your name is above mine as marketing director, or Jenny
Yeah.
Sawyer as realtor, Marcella Hagen as team leader. It just goes
Right.
back to that. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But
yeah.
when they pull this up, it's not used to, just like yours, you saw what Jason's had. Used to, it had my picture and everything was directed back toward me. It doesn't. I've got it directed back toward the Hagen Group on this one now at that point. So, okay, is Tanya back on here?
Let's change Jennifer's phone number real quick. Oh, that's all right. No, just next time go into your market leader under account and settings, and when you hit edit like Jason did, it'll show the fields that you can edit, and you'll want to put the office phone number. You had your cell twice, and it's really a 5-minute thing, and it saves you all the time.
Does it matter
Jenny,
what office we put? Do we need to put the
Yes.
office number that we got our
Yeah.
license from?
Here, I'll
Yeah.
give you the Bentonville office number. If you're ready, I'll just write it down and then you can put it in. It's 479-657-6769.
Got it.
Jason, can you do me a favor with the brand new agents that are on here that you've got? Can you set up a separate Zoom training with them and make sure they have everything set up, that they understand this, okay? I mean, just have them pull it up. It doesn't have to be a long one. Okay, thank you. All right. Now, Tanya, I want you to go in, don't share yet, but just go into your computer and find your MyKW site.
Okay, so what do I shrink this right now?
Don't do anything. Just go into do you see your, if you got little icons down at the bottom, your desktop stuff that shows your, where do you go? Chrome or?
Yes.
Okay, so go into Chrome and go, however you go to MyKW, they should be down at the bottom.
Okay, well, I think that. Okay.
Tanya, remember this is going to be exactly the same as how we worked through it the other day.
Yes.
Remember, when you scroll all the way
So I
down?
wrote down to go to Hagen team at homes
No.
for sale. No?
No, I want to show you how to get there from MyKW. Go into your KW, like the intranet, mykw.kw.com.
The red screen with all the links on it.
Okay, that I don't know how to get to.
Okay,
You
well then
should've,
you need to learn that. Okay.
Go to your URL and type in mykw dot something and it should pop up.
Just your Chrome, just up there.
KW.com.
My KW.
Dot. What is that?
Makes you want to sit right in front of her, doesn't it? 'Cause you got this.
And it might be in one of my other books.
No, just on your computer. Don't look at your book. Don't
Yeah.
look at your book. Just go to your computer. And in your-
Okay. So then it adds a sign in. I don't even know my sign in.
You need to get in contact with Scott Leader because you should
Scott
have
Leroy.
email. You should have received an email from Scott Leader with your username and your password for your KW.
It's Scott
I-
Leroy.
Oh yeah, Scott Roy.
Okay. So
Really?
I've been getting bombarded with emails and I'm totally overwhelmed and I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, then we'll just set up something with you later individually.
Okay.
Okay.
But that's where I'm saying like I'm really am super lost.
Okay, Jess, let's see you get in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, you still want me to go in there?
No, we'll help you. It's okay.
Okay.
We'll help you individually so you can get on there. I don't want you stressing out over this. It's okay. It's not that hard, and once you get it, you're going to be okay.
Okay.
And remember, you did it for Marcella, so all we need is it's the exact same thing, but we're going to use your sign on and your password. But you did Marcella's the other day, remember?
So yeah, when I went into the Hagen team at Homes for Sale. Yeah.
Yeah. We just need to
Okay.
figure out, look for your Scott Leroy email and find your sign on in the meantime.
And I think I've got that written down in some book, but then yeah, I needed an assistant because
You can
this
call-
is all stuff I don't know.
Okay, you can call Scott Leroy and they can give that to you, whether you've got the email or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get that for you. It's okay. Jess, are
Okay.
you in there?
I'm working on it. Give me
Okay,
just a second.
okay. Madeline, do you have yours set up in Market Leader?
Yeah, I probably got to go because I haven't worked in my own market leader in 4 years.
I know you could do mine, so.
Yeah,
I
I probably need to go in and update mine, but none of my information has changed, so it's probably fine.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Rod, I was going to ask you I was going to send you a text the other day to see if you followed up on your leads in Market Leader. You and Ray.
He's muted. You mean unmuted? There he is.
I'm up to date on everything, Craig. Thanks for asking.
What did
You
he
want-
say?
I don't know, but do you want me to follow up on your leads in Market Leader for you? Marcella, you answer it. You want me to follow up on his leads, or does he know how to do it?
Depends on who they are. Some of them are his personal people, so he needs to look at them and tell you.
Yeah, we'll troll his leads.
Good job.
Good job.
Okay. All right.
That's
So
correct.
where do you want me to go from here?
I want you to go into Market Leader.
Okay.
Right, view contacts. You were there.
Okay. And see, I don't have like anybody in here yet.
That's okay. We just want you to know where to go to do this. And
Yeah.
main thing is where to set up your.
Yeah, you do.
You got two people
Well, I have
in there.
3 people. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
But you can
Okay.
you can export all the contacts out of your phone into this. So if you have 200 in your phone, put them in here.
Yeah.
That's what I
Okay.
did.
How do
So-
you do that, Craig? What does she do?
Oh gosh. If you have an Apple, You can do it from go online and go to whatever it is, iCloud. Jason will help me here. But I go to your iCloud, and then there's contacts, and there's an option to export, and it'll probably so you can export those, and then you go to Market Leader and download a template to export. Take from your phone that you exported, you'll put it in an import format. This is all simple. It sounds difficult. And then a Market Leader, you import. I think there are several videos out there, but really once you do it, it's really not that hard. It's just more.
Are the videos like on YouTube or somewhere they can watch that? Either that,
yeah.
or we may have a separate training and you can share your iPhone and show them, or you don't go to your iPhone. You said you go to the desktop. I've never done that either.
The desktop to your iCloud.
I think I did mine with Google Sync, and I did everything to sync over from iCloud to Google, and then Google automatically wirelessly imports everything.
Hey y'all, I don't want to interrupt you, but I can promise you they're not getting this. I mean,
no, I was just I get it. I was just saying there are multiple ways to do it.
We'll have to have a separate training for this because that. You can't just say you go to Google and you download it and you put it, they're not getting it. So we'll probably need like Will did, we're going to need something in a PowerPoint that says this is what you do to export, that kind of stuff, just training that's down, not the 30,000 foot, but the first grade. I can see Tanya grinning back here. They've just got to have it basic.
Yes.
Right.
We can let Will do that.
So once I get my database in here, I will just start with a monthly newsletter.
Yep.
Pull it up.
And
Click
you can set it now so it will go the next time, even though you have 3 people. Yep. Scroll down.
Okay.
You need to send it to
At least
yourself.
you will get it, Jess.
Okay.
Yeah, send it to you the first month, just in case it's
There
messed
you
up.
go, May.
Personalize. Looks good.
There's
Scroll
brought to
down.
you by.
Scroll to the bottom of that. Yep. Oh, that looks like Chiggerville.
That is the bottom.
And keep going. Oh.
Yeah, go inside that frame. There you go.
Oh, this frame. Okay, I was like, wait, I was on the wrong scrolling.
You have to do both frames. So yours is ready to go. You just add Hagen Group.
And then she's probably going to want to change the logos on there. So
Yep.
she's legit on that. And do you probably don't have those on your computer either, do you, at this point?
Probably not.
Okay. Then I would go back in here and change that before you made that one ready to go, before it was ready to send out. But you need to probably get it done pretty quick if you want to send one out in May.
Yes.
I would suggest you send it to yourself the first month.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Just
I
to make
remember
sure-
you telling me that.
Just to make sure everything looks right.
Uh-huh.
And below at the very bottom of this, you should have an unsubscribe button. It doesn't show up on the template, but when you receive it, it should be there.
Is there a preview to this? If she saves this, she can hit, oh yeah. If you go, at the very top, you can hit preview.
At the very top.
On the left. Left, nope.
Oh, right here, right
sort of
here.
in the middle, yes. There you can send a test email too if you want to, and it'll come to you and you can check and see if it has that, so you don't have to wait on it to come.
Okay.
Could this be the HTTPS thing? I don't know how to fix that because Marcella, that guy that emailed us yesterday and asked us, kindly remove him. He's bought 2 houses, right, since. And I replied to him, he said, I looked for an unsubscribe button. I couldn't find it.
Okay, so that's probably because I've got Hagen team in there or whatever. We need to go back and put that HTTP.
with the S, secured site or whatever. Okay.
Under my account. Isn't that where you said to go, Will? Under my
Yeah,
information
we
in the
do that,
account.
Will.
Yeah.
Like if she scrolls up to my account, can we do it with Jess's?
All right, go
Yeah,
back.
go to like you're going to change your information, Jess.
So scroll back up to the top or hit back to edit or whatever.
Okay, she needs to get completely out of this one and go back to her account.
Hit exit.
Yeah, just hit.
Exit.
There you go. Now go to account, I guess.
Mm-hmm. My account.
Okay, I gotta hide you guys because this is in the way.
Because, oh, that's what, yeah, I'm not seeing y'all at all. Yeah.
Okay, my account.
Yep, there she
Down there where
look.
it says marketing website. Now go up to the top that says blue edit.
On the left-hand side.
Top left-hand side. Yep, click
How
that.
did you guys find this out?
And then in the marketing website, in the right, kind of in the middle right-hand side.
Under marketing, yes, where you've got Jessica.
Right there.
Yes.
Yeah. Now type in https://. All right, now you should be good.
Does she need www?
No,
I don't know.
no.
Okay.
I don't think Will had that, yeah.
I want to change this also. Does anybody know this address at the off the top of your head?
3501.
3501? 3801. Is it
35.
35?
38 is Fayetteville.
Okay, so what's the Bentonville address?
3105.
I was going to say 31 and somebody said 35 and I usually get that backwards. So I was fixing to Google it.
Southeast 11th Street.
Southeast 11th Street. Okay. Oops.
And we may not be there very long.
Okay.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Hit save.
You can also there's several things you can add and change and like that in there, but for the most part, you've got everything. It looks like.
Okay.
Don't forget to hit save. Yeah.
Yes.
That's where you go back if you want to change anything else that's in there.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we are getting close to, we've got 5 minutes. So if you will unshare your screen, I want Carrie real quick to go into command. Has this helped y'all today? Except for Tanya?
Yes.
No.
Okay, she is in command right now. And Carrie, hit the red KW up there so they can sort of see. There you go. If you hit that, then all those side things come down so you can tell what those little icons mean at the side. And she's gone into campaigns. See that down there that's blue? Okay, and then go ahead, Carrie.
So we've been working on doing different leads, like Facebook ads through Command and Market Leader. And so Command, to create a new campaign, I'll kind of walk you through that and then show you what one has been doing. But we're under campaigns. You can go to paid ads, and down here it'll show you, we have one that's completed, we have one that's active, and then one that is a draft. We haven't started it yet. But this active one, we started it, yesterday was the first day. It's running for 10 days. So far, it's had 389 impressions, which just means it's been visible on the screen 389 times. 62 people have clicked on it, and we've gotten 13 leads off of it. And so if you run an ad and you see this CPLC that's cost per lead click, you can click on that and it'll take you to all the leads that you've gotten off of that particular ad. And it's going to redirect you back to your contacts. And just to make sure that you can see your leads, you can click on filters. And then right here, there's this leads only button. You just toggle that and then apply that filter. And it'll pull up all of your leads for that ad. So all these people have clicked on that ad. And now we have their name and their phone number. And if you click on them, it'll show you if they've added their email address or anything else like that.
No, I'm just going to tell you, hang on just a minute, Carrie. I want to tell y'all something. I have been working internet leads for years, and I have never seen anybody put that many phone numbers in there. I mean, to me, that's amazing that we've got a phone number, because you can text them, you can call them, whatever. And that 25 cents a lead, I mean, we were talking about this before y'all got on here. And, you know, Will said, I'd pay 25 cents. But we're talking about $10 a lead a lot of times that you pay for different things. So right now, we're not sure how good they're going to be, but there's got to be something good in there.
Yeah. So if you're wanting to do any Facebook ads from your command, you can just go to this campaign toggle right here and then click create new campaign. It's up here in the right top right hand corner. I always do a social ad, and then you advertise listing. You can enter in the name.
I have a question right now. Can they advertise their listing when it's under me? Because I know Jason's done this. How are you doing that, Jason?
Yeah, and I'll show you.
Okay.
So you can type in a name. I've already got one started, so I'll just kind of walk you through this real quick. We'll advertise a listing, and I'm going to advertise it on Facebook. If you have Instagram or Twitter activated or linked to your command, you can do those if you want. So we'll do setup campaign. So here's where you can pull the listing that you're wanting to advertise. You can search by property address. The easiest way is to go to listing agent and then type in the Hagen Group. And then over here on the right, click on all listings. And then it has all the listings from the Hagen Group that you can click on. So then you'll just select it, and then it'll take you to this screen. I've already got one started, so I'm gonna go back and work on that one, show you what it looks like. Oh. So after you select your listing, it'll take you to this screen. And this is what you would have named it. You can advertise listings, so you can make some changes here if you need to, but that one will be pretty much done. And when your section is done, it'll have a green check mark. You can change your listing from the screen if you accidentally click on the wrong one, and then add text. So it'll have some verbiage in here that it'll pull from MLS, but occasionally it kind of jumbles it up and mixes it into different boxes. Like this main copy, a lot of the times the description from MLS will be in that main copy, and so there will be a lot of verbiage there, and it doesn't necessarily look right on the ad. So you can just kind of change it and flip-flop these if you want. Type whatever you want in there, and that's what'll, this main copy, that'll be right here above the photo. The headline will be the bold right below the photo, and then the description will be right below that headline.
Wait, go back a second. That this property is, okay, that's under the description, and that's going to be on the bottom.
Yeah. it'll be under this part.
So why would you not put the big stuff down there? I mean, more stuff. Are you just not finished? Or are you just showing us, or is that
Yeah,
what you did?
Yeah, it's just a draft.
Okay. All right. So you put more information down there. I'm just asking. I'm not.
Yeah, well, occasionally, and sometimes I put enough just to, I don't want to give away too much information.
Okay.
If you give away a little bit, then they'll click on it and they'll want to know more. So you leave them wanting more, I guess. The ad media, configure that. It's got the photo from MLS, logos, all this. I never had to change. It was already automatically saved. And then here is where you'll configure what Facebook page you want it on. It'll have your name because it'll be your command account, and then your pages. So we'll share this to the Hagen group.
So can these only be shared on pages, or can they be shared on their personal? They got to be shared on a page, and then they've got to go there and share it to their personal, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a call to action, I have learned more. It's right here. Depending on the advertisement, you've got different sign up, apply now, stuff like that, because you can do talent and do different ads. But we're going to do learn more since it's a listing. And then the follow-up destination URL, I always put the market leader URL. I go into market leader and I copy and paste the URL from that listing. So I search for that listing on our website and then copy that URL to here. And then ad targeting, use custom settings. You can click on that. It'll be grab it. I'll do a 50-mile radius. This is probably the longest part. Just searching interest. You can go through and click. It's real estate, so I'll go down to ours. And this is just, let me find one. Real estate investing. It's not really an investment, but you can click on, I watch different tutorials and stuff. You can click on furniture or farming for this house, land, all these different categories that you can click on, and it'll show you an estimated audience of each one that you have.
So what did you click on for that last one where you had so many leads?
Almost everything. So you can click on, yeah, as I clicked on a lot of stuff because it was a little outside of town. So I did like realtor, Zillow. Like you can just go through and start clicking on stuff. That one, the last one I did would have been a good investment property or something like that because of the price point. So you click on investment. In the M's, it's like mortgage calculators and mortgage loans, loan officer, realtor, broker. You've got all these different categories, and you can just click on as many as you want, and that'll boost your post more. But basically anything that somebody would be searching if they were thinking about buying a home, you can click on. And this is the part that takes the longest time. Real estate, real estate broker. There's so many different. Do it.
Investing even, because I mean that could be someone's vacation home.
Yeah. Real estate license if a realtor is looking. I mean,
so, Will, are you still? Yes, you are. I want to ask you a question on this. When you set these things up, and then Jason, you've done some too. All of my studies in the past with Facebook marketing, and I don't know the answer to this, I'm asking, has said not to mark all of these, to target the area that you wanted to target with that.
So Facebook changed the rules.
Okay.
And you're not allowed to disqualify anybody because then you're getting into equal
Well,
housing.
Okay.
So by excluding people, you're discriminating against certain people. And so Facebook will not let you, there's a special category in Facebook.
But as far as looking at all these things, and checking all these, when you set yours up, you're checking that many of those, you are targeting that many people like that. Because they used to say not to do that, but you're saying do it now, is what y'all are finding.
Facebook is saying it won't do it.
It won't target this many people, or it won't do it if you just hit one
Facebook
group?
will not let you
I think
change your.
So you're just in the scenario of this, because it's actually they have a partnership with Facebook through Command, that you can do this because they've looked at all the legalities of it. I think that you can still check off what you're wanting, because you're even though you're checking off categories, not necessarily demographic. Does that make sense? And I think that's what they're trying to get away from, is selecting age groups, the actual demographic, because that's where mine got kicked out.
Yep.
And that's where earlier, after she saves this, if you go back in there, there was a place for targeting, and she just went back and put 50 miles of grab it. There's also, to Will's point, everyone's point, you can't target. I was going back and looking at mine. I used to target like 30 to 60-year-olds for.
Me too.
My investment property.
That's what they've actually wanted to stop.
They can't do that anymore.
So is that not even an option on there anymore?
Well, we'll see after she saves this. But
there's no demographics, like there's no targeting certain age groups or anything like that. It's only categories that somebody might search if they're looking for a home. So it's not targeting people, it's just connecting this to things that you might search. It's kind of like if you're on your computer and you're shopping for something, and then you go to Facebook and you see an ad for whatever you were looking for.
Okay.
Something kind of like that. So I've selected.
What about, why didn't you hit Craigslist?
I don't know. I think I'm okay. We'll do Craigslist.
I mean, I don't know if you're just doing this right now or not, but
yeah.
I think what this may do, good and bad, but it does go to these special interest groups by way of industry and information. I think if just exaggerate it, let's just say we only clicked real estate.
Well, what about apartment lists? Those people might be wanting to buy.
Yep. If you clicked all of them, it would dilute where you're sending your ad from an interest standpoint.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I wondered, this will be interesting when you start calling these people to see where they were from like that. I mean, you're not gonna be able to ask that question, but we'll be able to see what kind of demographics are answering. Huh?
It's quite large.
Yes, 50 miles is huge. Usually I think I put 25 was the most I've ever put on those things.
I think the difference is when you're talking about dilution, on Facebook, it's a paid ad and they will only send it to so many people. Like the more you pay, the further you get with this, because it's not a paid ad. There's no cap on how many people are going to see your ad.
Okay.
Does that sound right to you? Huh?
This has been interesting. Thank you for going through all that, Carrie. I think this will help everybody to see, so y'all can market your own ads and get some leads this way. Pay off for some of the listings that you've got that's out there. And then we are marketing them too, trying to get some leads to hand out so that y'all have got lead referrals and different things. Are there any questions over what we just went over?
I don't have any questions, but I pulled mine back up. Carrie, can I share my screen real quick?
Yep.
If y'all need to get off, it's okay, because it's 11 after 10 and my goal was to stop at 10 o'clock.
So I had, as you can see, I've got 2 channels here in there. It was Instagram and Facebook. I had 15,823 impressions and only 13 clicks and 0 leads. Now this was more of a test. I think if I would have put a listing up there, I would have gotten a lot more out of it. But you can see what I actually had for what I did.
So what did you advertise? Our logo? Or no, you did the stats.
I just did the stats, and I wasn't thinking when I did it because those things change. But I was trying to just get a test run out there for what everything was.
Well, it doesn't. You've got a lot of impressions, and you've got some clicks. You didn't get any leads, but you're still getting out there in front of everybody with it. So,
and that was the main thing I wanted to show was that's almost 16,000 impressions. So that means that it hit 16,000 pages in front of people.
So why is it not changing up there where it says paid campaigns? It's still got 0. Why is that not
active?
There? Huh?
0 active. He doesn't have any active.
Oh, that's the active ones at the top. Okay. You just start another one? Completed. Okay, so you've got 0 leads on all of them. Oh, that's okay. That's the 2 different categories is what you're pulling up there now and showing us where they came from. Correct? You had more impressions on Facebook than you did on Instagram. I wondered about that too. I'm getting out there. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Do y'all think that you could set up an ad now? What's the minimum amount of money that on that ad they tell you can spend, Carrie?
We did, let's see, the first one we did $12 for 5 days. The second one we did 10 days and I think $20 or $25. I think your minimum days is, I think your minimum days is 3. It has to run for at least 3 days.
And how much a day? I'm just trying to get them. Is it like, can you do like $5 a day or something like that just to see?
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, it'll take it all the way down to $1. But they recommend 10 days and $1 per day. So a $10 ad.
So most of you can afford $10 to see what it would do on your listing. And if that would have been a listing that Jason had, just to give feedback, that he put that out there on the social media and it had over 15,000 impressions, no clip, that kind of stuff makes a difference for you to be able to talk. And Carrie can tell you that with Don, that was probably one of the biggest ahas that you could feel okay about talking to him, because it was the constant question to you about what are you doing, what are you doing, what are you doing? So it gave you an avenue to be able to explore with him.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you for coming on today. I appreciate you so much. If you have any questions, Tanya, we'll get back with you and set this up individually. We'll decide what we're going to do. We'll give you a call or text and try to set it up. We've got a meeting right after this with Carrie and Craig and I on some of this stuff. And then we'll holler at you.
That showing on Mount Olive, the lady texted that there was a conflict. They're still interested. She'll reschedule later, but they can't come today.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.